Konnichiwa Denizens. I want to do a little quick video here on discussing whether or not Diablo 2 Resurrected is worth it, especially if you already own Diablo 2 Classic. Now, there's a couple of reasons why I think it is worth it, indeed, and I'm going to go through those in a kind of freestyle, semi-freestyle way here. There's another video I've got that is showcasing 10 key changes in Diablo 2 Resurrected, which is basically a comparison between Diablo 2 Resurrected and Diablo 2 Classic, which is kind of a similar to this video, but it's kind of an accompanying thing, so you can check that out. I remembered it will be on the screen somewhere, top right. But yeah, essentially why I think it is worth it, depending as well on, you know, if you have the money and what have you. Essentially, you can still play the classic Diablo with this Resurrected version. You still have all the quality of life features that they've added to the game, but you can still play it in classic form if you so choose. The main thing is it makes it easier in terms of resolution issues, especially when it comes to things like capturing if you're a streamer and what have you. It's going to be easier to capture and stream the Resurrected version in classic form because it fills out the entire resolution rather than resolution changes happening and messing things up as I hit the mic. So it's really something worth considering even if you just want the classic experience. However, if you're not opposed to the modern benefits and modern visuals of Diablo 2 Resurrected, then it's a great thing. The options there, you can switch between the two modes at the touch of a button, which is a key thing. All of the features, quests and everything are practically the same. It's practically the same game, and that might be a good and a bad for you. If you want something different, if you want like new missions or anything like that, new quests, I don't believe that anything like that is in this. This is literally a quality of life as well as visuals and audio update. It makes it easier to play, easier to capture. It allows you to play with a controller, which actually is I really recommend people, even if you have a keyboard and mouse fetish, am I joking, that you still try out the controller, because I think it actually really adds something, especially if you've got a controller like an Xbox or a compatible controller that has a vibration. It really adds something, especially if you're doing a little bit of melee and a melee class. Yeah, it's nice to get a little bit of that oomph going with the vibration going. So it's really, I think it's really worth it in that sense. It's not a full price game, obviously. It's a little bit less than a full price game. It might be a little bit higher than some people would like for what it's offering. So I could see both arguments. But for me personally, as someone that's played about, I'd say 6 hours of the classic game and then played 6 hours of this version, mixing between classic and old at a touch of a button and just testing everything out and looking at all the features and so forth. For me, I don't feel disappointed about the purchase at this point in time. So I would recommend it. Like I said, for those reasons, you can switch between the two, play all of the classic stuff. If you want to play it in classic form, both in video and gameplay, you have the quality of life updates that are in there that I think are worth it. If you have a 4K HDR capable device, it looks beautiful. If you want to play with a controller, which some people would argue is even better, they've done a really good job with it. The hotbar works really well with it. It's definitely worth experiencing and trying it with a controller with a vibration, even if you're a keyboard and mouse supremacist. I don't mean it in a negative way, by the way. I just couldn't think of anything off the fly, just filming this in one shoot here. Yeah, there's no reason really not to, outside of price considerations, I would say. Obviously, maybe if you want to wait for a discount, that might not be a terrible thing. I don't know how often Blizzard do discounts, and obviously there's different personal reasons that you might not want to support the Blizzard thing right now. I don't know. I'm not really following heavily into all of that. I'm just focusing on games and supporting the good people that do work at places and provide these things for us. And I focus on that rather than any negative stuff. But you know, you might have your reasons, and that's all cool and clear, whatever you want to do. But I think overall, for me, depending on where you tilt in terms of, you know, whether you care about the features that I've mentioned and some of the new stuff, and especially if you're going to give those things a chance, and I think it is definitely worth it for me. So thanks for watching. There should be some videos on the screen right now. Hopefully this was a good one take video. Sayonara gozaimasu. Yes, nailed it. One take. Oh man, I'm gonna be so big in the future.